So answer engine optimization. Where do you get started? So if you're not familiar with AEO, this is the idea that we will all be appearing in less in search engines and more through AI tools. So for your business, for your personal brand, it's really key that you start to build up a profile there and start to appear in these. But where do you get started with it? So the first thing I normally recommend is you need to understand the current situation. So how you are appearing in these tools, particularly with regards to high intent queries. So whereas on Google, for example, someone might say plumbers this area. In an answer engine, so something like ChatGPT or Gemini, they might say, well, who is the best plumber in my area? How many plumbers in my area can do this? Which ones do call outs and so on, these sort of questions. So your first step is to go into tools, particularly the Google AI query summarization in Google search, and have a look at some of those queries as they relate to your product or service, as the sort of things you would want to be appearing in, and see what those summaries do, see what they're saying. Then do the same thing in tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, and so on. This will give you an idea of what you're competing against, if you are appearing or not, and what sort of first steps you should take from there. But to say the key is here that you need to be looking at intent-based questions, because these are tools that people use differently. So when we use something like ChatGPT to find information, we're having a conversation with it. In something like Google search, we're all so used to it now, we tend to be more blunt. We tend to just put in a few keywords because we know that it's looking for those results. But think about what your potential audience will actually be asking. Think about the conversations they'll be having, where you would want to be appearing and start doing it. And that's the first place to do, is find out the state of the land as it is, see what you already have out there, see where you're appearing or not appearing, and see who else is. Once you've got that, you can start to plan a strategy around how you build up so you start to appear more in these sort of answer engines and AI summarizations.